Hey guys, today's video is going to be Nelly's Gen Con 2013. I just want to give you guys a quick rundown of what I did this Gen Con, what I liked about it, maybe what I didn't like about it, so stay tuned. My Gen Con is sometimes a little bit different than everybody else's. The reason that I go to Gen Con is to hang out with awesome people. That is my main priority when I go to Gen Con. Obviously, gaming I love too, and I go to Gen Con to game. But my main priority is to hang out with people that are amazing, that have the same interests, and that have become really good friends of mine. I think that in Ireland we don't have as much gaming as you guys do in the US, and Gen Con just exposes me to a lot of people who have the same interests as me. So before my first Gen Con 2012, I went onto the Gen Con forums and also on Facebook, and I met up online with a lot of people that were going to be at Gen Con, and we actually grew to be really close friends. So Gen Con 2012 and 13, I spent most of my time hanging out with the same group of people for the whole convention. We got hotels together, we hung out together, we had food together, we gamed together. So the crew that I hang out with includes many different nationalities. There's me from Ireland, there's somebody from Australia, some Canadians, and some Americans, obviously. What I try and do is get my friends to arrive all on the same day, nice and early, so we can settle into the con, get to hang out loads, because once the con starts, everybody starts getting really busy and doing their own thing, obviously. Tuesday. So this year we arrived on Tuesday around noon, and a friend of mine decided to pick us up from the airport, which was really nice of her. Thank you, Kat. She took us to my favorite place ever. She took us to Walmart. I love Walmart. So going to Walmart is really handy if you have a car or some sort of transport available to you, because you can pick up some snacks, things to carry around with you around the con. If you're lucky enough to have a fridge in your hotel room, you can also get sandwich meat, and you can make yourself sandwiches to save on cash at the convention. If you can find time to eat, that is. After that, we went to the Omni, because that's where we were staying, and we met up with the rest of our friends. And we got settled in, we checked in, and then we went to the tilt for the annual air hockey death match. Oh yeah. Canada still holds the title, but not for long. So after the annual air hockey death match at the tilt, we usually hang around some more and play some games in the arcade. And then we go for some food, maybe Scotty's or the Ram or something like that. And once that's done, and then this year we went to the Kentucky Fried Gamers, or the KFG's pub crawl. It was so much fun. I got to meet a whole lot of new people and got to meet up with a lot of people that I know from the forums. And I just wanted to say, Ron and Bart, you guys did an amazing job, and I had so much fun. Please do it again next year. Wednesday. So on Wednesday, we get up really early, and as you can imagine, that is not an easy feat after having completed a KFG pub crawl. I am sure many people will agree with me on this. What we usually do on Wednesday morning is go to the Steak and Shake, enjoy their $3.99 unlimited pancake stack amazingness. What you find about the Steak and Shake is during the convention there will be a queue, and it's going to be massive, and it's going to take you forever to get in. So if you go early enough on Wednesday morning, you still get to experience the Shake and Steak without the queues. So after breakfast and before Wilk Hall opens, we generally try and hit up the Indianapolis Farmers Market. It is really close by. We create a thread on it on the forums and try and get as many people as possible to come with us, which is just something really fun. On our way back from that, generally Wilk Hall will open, which is at noon. Usually we go through the queue. It doesn't really take that long. The queue is very intimidating and very long, but to be honest, it won't take you generally more than half an hour to get through it. So because I had a game coming up with the Kentucky Fried Gamers Wednesday gaming, so I actually rushed off to get to Scotty's in time for my game. The game was run by Blade Runner Press, and it was amazing. I played Cordelia from Buffy, and we had to investigate some spooky goings-ons and solve the big mystery. It was a lot of fun, and Rob, as usual, I want to say thank you very much. I had a lot of fun, and I look forward to maybe gaming with you again next year. So after the Blade Runner Press game, I actually had to rush off because I offered to help out with the Stink. And the Stink is an event organized by the Mavens, which is a group on the forums that is local to Indianapolis. And they always put on this massive event on Wednesday nights called the Stink. And it's It's an event put together so that all the forum mates can actually meet face to face and hang out and have a good time. But everybody is welcome, even if you just want to hang out, meet some people. If you've come to the convention on your own, you should definitely come along to this thing. Everybody is welcome. All the different forum groups usually have a table set aside so you can visit the different tables and meet the different forum groups, meet some faces from the forums. This year I was mainly at two tables, the Gamer Wenches and the Gen Con United Nations. All the groups there are really friendly and they're always up for a chat and they're always up for meeting new people. And if you have a chance to go, you should go and you should come over and say hello to me. Thursday. So Thursday is the first official day of Gen Con. I get up really early every day at Gen Con, no matter what I did the night before. There is not enough time at Gen Con to waste your time sleeping in. You have to go, you have to get up, you have to get dressed, and you have to go out there and you have to have a great time. This year I actually decided to cosplay for the first day of Gen Con. This year I dressed up as a maid and they have a massive opening ceremony just before they open up the exhibitors hall. There's a massive crowd that builds up, so if you want to be anywhere near the front, you're going to have to be like an hour early or something like that. I was right by the front. I was right by the stage. I could see everything. I could see people running in. And it was a really nice way to start the convention off, with a whole bunch of other people being really excited to get in and officially start the con. I would definitely do that again, and I would definitely recommend that everybody do it. It's fun. Just do it at least once, see what you think of it. It's definitely worth seeing. So after wandering the dealer hall for a while, it was time to get ready for my first game with my friend Stuart, and we were going to be in a Sparks game, which is a Star Wars game. So Sparks is a living campaign kind of game. So what we had to do in this particular game is to complete a mission which would unlock a whole other set of missions that we can complete in the future. And we were not allowed to fail the mission, because then we would not be able to replay it, and we would not be allowed to play obviously the missions that lead on from that one. So we successfully completed that mission. This allows us now to come back and play the other missions that lead on from that one. So after that game we did some more wandering around, meeting people and all that good stuff, until the next thing, which was the Gen Con United Nations pub crawl. I know, a lot of pub crawls. So as the title suggests, the Gen Con United Nations is a group set aside for people who are not from the US who want to attend Gen Con. But that doesn't mean that most of the members aren't from the US. It just means that everybody is welcome and people are there to give you advice and want to hang out with you and want to get to know you. So everybody meets up on Thursday night for the United Nations pub crawl. The pub crawl was fun as always. Thank you very much, Matt, for putting on another great night, and I look forward to attending it again next year. Friday. And this is the day where I realized how quickly the con has really gone by. So on Friday I wore my Snow White outfit for cosplaying. My very first event was Introduction to LARPing. So I've never LARPed before, but I am just a teeny tiny bit curious. So I went to a seminar called Introduction to LARPing, which was a bunch of fun, and the people seemed very inviting and very open to asking questions, and they had some great advice for people who've never LARPed before. And I believe they run events at Gen Con usually. So next year I might maybe join one of their events just to see what it's like to actually go through a LARP. I'd like to really try it sometime. So after that I had the Gamer Wench Luncheon, which this year was being held in Scotty's. And it was a lot of fun. I got to meet some of the Gamer Wenches. So the Gamer Wenches are a group on the forums that comprises of women who attend Gen Con. Here in Ireland, I'm the only gamer girl I actually know that plays RPGs and stuff like that. So it's really nice to hang out with some gamer women that have similar interests, that are women, and you know, it's just fun having lunch with them and relaxing and chilling out. But my food in Scotty's took such a long time to arrive that I actually missed my next game. The next game I had planned was a Cthulhu RPG, and by the time I got my order in, the game was going to start in just a few minutes, so I actually ended up missing out on that game, which I'm really upset about because it's actually incredibly difficult to get into Cthulhu games at Gen Con. They're in super high demand, and I had a ticket and I ended up not making the game, which was kind of sad. But I did have an amazing time meeting all my fellow gamer wenches, and I just wanted to say hi again, and I'll definitely see you guys next year again. So after the wench lunch, since I missed my Cthulhu game, I had a few hours to spend. So I met up with some friends and we did the dealer hall walk again. And then after that, I had to rush off to speed dating. I had never tried speed dating before, but I have to say I had a lot of fun. I met some really nice guys on it. I would recommend it to everyone. If you're single girl, especially at Gen Con, and you're looking for someone, I would recommend speed dating because they're always looking for girls. The guys' slots seem to fill up really quickly and they never really tend to fill all the girls' slots. There's no commitment, but you get to meet a whole lot of really nice guys and it was really fun. I definitely recommend it to anyone. So I didn't plan this very well, but the zombie walk was back to back with speed dating, which ran over time a little bit, so I had to rush off and go try and find where the zombie walk was because I'd missed the start of it already. The speed dating isn't in the ICC, so at that point the zombie walk was already curling its way around the ICC, so I had to go and rush off and find them so I could get some photographs in. Usually I would partake. I was actually wearing my Snow White outfit so that I could zombify it a little bit for the zombie walk, but because speed dating ran a bit late, I didn't actually get a chance to zombify myself, so I just stuck around for the very end and took some pictures of people for you guys. So later that night we went to an event called Whose Line Is It Anyways? Be as naughty as you want to be. And that's always a whole lot of fun. The event itself is a bit like the TV show Whose Line Is It Anyways? Where it's kind of audience participation a little bit. So you sit in the audience, a few people go up to the front, there's a theme, and they make jokes about it. It's so much fun. It's kind of late in the evenings, and if you don't want to participate, you absolutely do not have to. It was so much fun, and I would definitely recommend that you guys check it out because it's just a way to relax, chill out. If you don't want to participate, it's fine, but you get some laughs in and you get to hang out with mates.